How's it going? Jace Tunnell here. Today for beach coming, we're up in the sand dunes and we're going to be talking about sea oats. So I don't know how many of y'all have actually been up in the dunes and looked real close at some of the vegetation that's up there, but a lot of the reason why this sand that moves around real easily when the wind starts blowing, the reason it stays in place and builds up these dunes is because of the vegetation that's there. And so today I'm at what's called Newport Pass. So you can see the beach is over this way, the Gulf of Mexico. We're on Mustang Island. This is a pass that goes all the way back through where Highway 361 is and then back up into Corpus Christi Bay. And for those of you that were around back in 1967 when Hurricane Beulah came through, it just blew this thing all the way out of here. And it literally was a pass. So it was water from the Gulf of Mexico all the way to Corpus Christi Bay. And you can go on, this guy, Richard Watson, has a website, and it's called texascoastalgeology.com. You go there and you can see images, aerial images that he took from his airplane looking at that pass. And he has throughout the years, so 1967 and then up into the 70s. And so you can really see how this area has changed. But you know, when the dunes start coming back, because today you wouldn't be able to tell that it came all the way through here, a lot of it has to do with sea oats. And so I don't know if many of y'all know how these things form, but whenever these small sand dunes start forming, you can get some really small ones. So say like this one right here, I call these coppice dunes. Well, the sand starts blowing, builds up and builds up, and the root systems of these, they have horizontal root systems that go across, and then they also have deep root systems. So whenever you look at these dunes, they start getting bigger and bigger like this one. And then eventually up to the size of what these are here. And then you can see on the other side of the pass here, and the detail's probably hard to see, but those really tall dunes over there, which are probably about 20 foot high, those also have these sea oats in them. And so those roots go all the way down to where these dunes started, and then they also go horizontally across, and it really keeps that intact, along with all the other vegetation and stuff that's there. Now, why do we care about these cool plants? Now look, they're blooming right now, real pretty. These little pods on them. And so things eat these, as you might imagine. So we've got ground squirrels, which actually I saw one just a while ago run into that hole right there. So little ground squirrel in there. There's lizards around here, actually burrowing owls. I don't know if you know anything about owls, but they're real small owls. And they, as their name implies, they burrow down into areas, but they also have nest inside of these vegetation and stuff here. So very, very important, and also pretty to look at. I mean, man, look at that. Oh man, this sand's hot too. Whew. Okay, now, maybe sometime y'all want me to be able to show y'all how far back up in here this goes. Now, y'all remember Hurricane Harvey that came through, right? That was in August of 2017. That, there was, if you look straight out this way, it was probably waist to chest deep water right here. And it went from here all the way back into there. And I still see some water up in there. And so it made a connection, but I'm not sure that it went all the way to Corpus Christi Bay, but within a month it filled back in. And so y'all want to run over here with me? Let's see what we can find. See if y'all can see me running. Now if I fall, that might be funny too. Oh yeah, because here's some other plants I want to tell y'all about. So, especially when you're on the barrier island, there's one type of plant that, say if you got stuck out here, say you weren't able to make it to Port A, I don't know, there's development everywhere, but But you see these plants right here? These are cattails, and the only way cattails can grow is if there's fresh water. So actually, there'd be some fresh water in here maybe you could drink. Although I'm looking at that right there and I'm not sure I'd drink that. But that's always a good indication if you're stuck somewhere. These cattails, and we never try to grow cattails. There's better vegetation when we're doing restoration and stuff like that. But if you look at these cattails, these things will blow up. This is the seed head. And actually, so my son's in Boy Scouts, and so we, you know, creating fires and stuff like that. But look at that. This, if you mix this with like Vaseline, it will burn for, you know, 20 minutes. So a good way to get your fire started. Okay, well, I just planted a whole bunch more of those, I guess. That's not good. Okay, let's look back in here. So what do you think lives back up in here? I see a bunch of fish in there right now. I bet you there's crabs and all kinds of stuff. You usually find, like you'll see people throwing their cast net and stuff in here. And so they're catching little bitty bait fish. So you'll find mullet, you'll find all kinds of little killifish. The Gulf killifish is a pretty common one. What do we got here? Ooh, a bone. Okay. That's a big fish bone. That's likely from a, it's either a pectoral fin, or it definitely goes to like a big black drum. Big bone. To one of the fins, for sure. See that little swivel there? Okay. All right, well, maybe that's all we got for today. Till next time, if y'all got anything else that y'all want me to talk about, feel free to put it in your comments. This was one of the things people wanted to talk about, you know, what's in the dunes, the vegetation, stuff like that. So I thought coming here would be pretty cool. Let me walk up here real quick because I do see some other vegetation. Y'all probably seen these railroad vines. Those are the vines that crawl along the dunes. Okay, see what I'm going to step on here. Oh, okay. So you see like these vines and stuff right here, railroad vines. These got real pretty purple flowers. I'm not seeing any here right now, but or I'm not seeing the flower parts of them. But look at this, man. And I see all kinds of lizards running around up here. Look at this, a grasshopper. Oh, so the grasshopper's up here. There's just all kinds of stuff that you wouldn't expect living up in here. There's also snakes. So, you know, you gotta watch your step. Oh, here we go. Here's a railroad vine flower I want to show you here. Wow. Real pretty. Real pretty. And there's a number of other types of flowers and vegetation and stuff out up in here. Okay, we'll leave that for another episode. Any questions or comments, leave them down below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.